So welcome to our Sunday video. This one's about mindset, which is not just good for business, but it's good for the rest of our lives. We enjoy a good life, which inspired us to create this channel to share this with as many people as possible. So today's mindset style video is it's about the ladder of success, having your ladder leant up against the right wall. We've all got our ladder that we're actively climbing, or ladders in some people's cases, but we're actively climbing, we're actively striving for something. And it's important to know that our ladder is leant up against the correct wall, that when we get to the top, we've achieved what we want to achieve. And we can talk about all aspects of that, but there's a couple of books that are key for me in finding the right wall to lean your ladder up against, and I'll come to those shortly. And of course, if you want to subscribe to our channel to find out more about what we're up to, then obviously please do, and click on the notifications if you want to be alerted as to when we ping a new video in the channel. So someone recommended these books to me, and he had a genuine reason for wanting to recommend them to me, because we're involved in a multi-level marketing or network marketing or direct selling, many different names for the style of business that we're involved in. For me, it's the purest form of business. It's really, really good in the fact that people help other people. So the fellow that introduced his books to me, he genuinely wanted me to succeed because I was part of his business, helped him by helping me. And the hope is then that I go on and I help a number of people as well, which, my wife and I have been doing this for 9 years, and it's brilliant business. We wholeheartedly endorse it, and we share it with as many people as possible, and we've made a difference to a few people's lives by doing that, as well as our own, which is awesome. Really good feeling. And that's what multi-level marketing's real strength, the purest form. That's the strength of it. That's why we love it. And there's a link in the description below. Get in contact with me, and love to discuss this style of business with anybody that's in any way curious. Not to sell them my business, but to have discussions around it is so beneficial. I absolutely love to do that. And obviously, you do have to be wary with this style of business. There are some poor ones out there. There are businesses, Ponzi schemes and stuff, that are dressed up as multi-level marketing businesses. And what we do, it's a genuine service that we provide. Some people provide genuine goods, genuine services. You're bringing value to the marketplace, and you're getting rewarded for that value. And that's the purest form. That's the sort of transaction that you want to be involved in. And that works so well for me and for my wife. And it's all we do now, as many of you watching this will know. So, so the books I want to recommend, both by a fellow called Robert Kiyosaki, Cash Flow Quadrant, which I'll touch on in a moment, and Rich Dad Poor Dad. Rich Dad Poor Dad, my son's actually read. When he was 11, he read it, and he got quite a bit from it. We've had some good discussions around it since, and it is really well written. As a book, it's easy to read, and it helps you to determine that you've got your ladder leant up against the correct wall, as does the cash flow quadrant. It really does put it into a clear perspective, and helps you to decide that you're doing the right thing. And if you've read either of those books, it'd be really great if you could drop us a comment beneath to help people that haven't read those books. What did you get from the books? How did you find them? Did they benefit you? It'd be really good to know. And I'm sure we can all, between us, help some other people to find those books. So when I began my working career after leaving school, I was an employee. I was on the left-hand side of the quadrant in Robert Kiyosaki's book. I was an employee, and then I left that to become self-employed, so still maintaining myself on the left-hand side of the quadrant. So my ladder was effectively leant up against the wrong wall, because I had a deep down burning desire to have liberty, that sort of retirement type thing where you got all the money all the time to do what you want. I had a burning desire to achieve that before retirement age, and thankfully now I'm on the right track. People were retired well before retirement age, which is a good thing for me. So by now having myself on the right-hand side of the quadrant, I've now got investments and a business. They're the two things on the right-hand side. And the key way to know which side of the quadrant you're on is if you stop work for 3 months, will you continue to get paid for those 3 months? If the answer is no, then you've got a job, or you own your own job, you're self-employed. If your answer to that is yes, then you've got your money's coming in from investments or from a business. Maybe if you're active in your business, the income from it will drop because your activity will have disappeared from the business, but the business is still there. The system, the procedures, what you've put in place in the years preceding are producing an income from you for you, and that's how you know if you're on the correct side, or the right, for me the correct side, but the right hand side of the quadrant. And to be fair, you can be active on the left-hand side. You can be an employee. I certainly was. I was an employee. I was self-employed. And while I was on that side, I was making investments. And if you put those investments in the right place, then you can, get an income from those. We don't draw on the income from our ISAs, my wife and I, but the income is there every month. We just choose to reinvest it. But a day will come when we can spend that income each month, which would be awesome. And obviously our pensions, we're too young to touch those. But again, they generate an income every month, which is continually reinvested. We can start drawing on those when we get to the right age. So you can build up all of that whilst you're active on the left-hand side of the quadrant. As long as you know what you're doing, you know that your ladder is let up against the correct wall from you, then you're doing the right thing, aren't you? So anyway, I hope this helps. And if it did, obviously like the video. That would be awesome. If drop us a like in there if you have liked it, of course, and share this video with anyone that you think could do with seeing it, that could do with reading these books. And share some of your experiences in the comments, as I've said before. Really good to hear from people that have watched this. So thanks for your time and have a great week.